Today we're making homemade cornbread dressing, and I'm doing it with an iron pan, and got the ingredients here that I'm going to be using. A little bit of sugar, like a half a cup of cornmeal and flour, the Pepperidge Farm cornbread dressing here, an onion, some chicken broth, and then some celery, 2 sticks of butter, 3 eggs, black pepper, some sage, some salt, some baking powder, and some milk, and we'll turn it into buttermilk. I'll show you how to do that. I don't know if I said the eggs or not, but I'm kind of tweaking this recipe. I'll put the original recipe in the description, but I'm tweaking it, and I've tweaked this before, and it was really good. So it's kind of like my own recipe, I guess. So I'm combining the cornbread with the dressing recipe, basically. But they also have a recipe on the back of Pepperidge Farm here that you can use as well. It's a little bit different than what I'm using here. And I've made it like this before, and it's pretty good. This is actually a pretty easy recipe here that's on the back. And tells the servings and everything. So yeah, so these are all the ingredients. So first off, I'm just going to start putting everything in a bowl. And then at the very end, we're going to mix it with our hands, kind of like a meatloaf. It's really kind of like a meatloaf, sort of, you know, the way you make it and everything. All right, well, let's get started. We have the cornbread dressing here in the bowl from Pepperidge Farm. Half a cup of flour. Half a cup of cornmeal into the mixture. 3 tablespoons of sugar. 1 tablespoon of baking powder. 1½ teaspoons of salt. Some black pepper. 2 teaspoons of sage. 3 large eggs, 5 cups of chicken or turkey broth or stock, 2 sticks of melted butter, 2 big stalks of celery chopped up. Been using my chopper here to chop up my celery and onions. 1 large onion chopped. I think the recipe called for like 2 cups of onion. So it calls for 1 cup of buttermilk, but I didn't have any buttermilk. So what you can do is get some regular milk and put 1 tablespoon of vinegar in it, let it sit for 10 to 15 minutes. And it should, you could tell that it looks like buttermilk when I move it. And so when that gets done, you just pour that into the mixture. So I got my iron Dutch pan here. So what I'm going to do is grease this with some butter before I pour the mixture in. So I greased my Dutch oven pan right here. So now what I'm about to do is get my hands real dirty. Make sure your hands are clean. Now I'm about to mix this all up with my hands, just like a meatloaf. And once I do that, I'm going to put all of this in this pan. So I mixed this all up with my hands. It's smelling really good. I mean, if you want, you can use a big spoon if you like, whatever's easier for you. But I think it's easier just do it with your hands, as long as they're clean. But now I'm going to put it into the dish. Alright, so this is ready to actually go into the oven. So what I'm doing now is preheating my oven to 350, and as soon as it hits that, we're going to cook this about 40 minutes on 350, and then probably the last 10 to 15 minutes on 425. And the reason why I'm saying that is because when I did 350, it was very soggy still, even after 40 minutes. So, but once I put it on 425 for about 10 to 15 minutes, it actually got a lot more done. So I actually like mine a little moist. I don't like it really dry, but everybody's different. but it wasn't soggy when I did that. So, but just eyeball it and keep an eye on it, because everybody's different and you just can make it the way you want to make it. And I also wanted to say too that this recipe really isn't that hard, because I'm actually combining the cornbread dressing into the dressing, and they actually have it separated on the recipe I'm going to put in the description. But if you want something a little bit easier, just follow what's on the Pepperidge Farm recipe on the back of the plastic bag with the cornbread dressing. And they got different flavors too in the store. So if you want like a spicy one or cornbread dressing or turkey, chicken, they should have all the different kinds. So, but I was using the cornbread dressing on this one. So, all right, so we're going to cook it and see what happens. So the cornbread dressing is done here. And let me tell you, make sure you have some mittens when you lift this, because it is extremely hot. I just took it out of the oven, and it's very heavy too, because it's an iron cast pan. So you're going to have to take it out of the oven with 2 hands and have mittens on both hands. So it's pretty heavy. But yeah, I think it looks really good. So I cooked it for 40 minutes on 350 and 10 to 15 minutes on 425, so it'll get done on the inside. Just eyeball it's what you need to do, because you don't want to burn it either, and you also want it done too. Yep, that's it. Now it's time to eat it. Alright, so here's dinner here. And you can see the dressing right here. Looks very good. See the onions and the celery in it. And kind of looks like cornbread a little bit. In there. And this ham I got at Sam's Club, I think, for like $8 or something. And I just put a little bit of brown sugar in it and a little bit of honey. Doesn't take long to cook it because it's already cooked. You just really heat it up. Heat it up like 25 minutes or something like that. And these green beans here, I actually broke up and put some bacon in it, and onion and some spices. And I actually pressure cooked them in my, not my crock pot, but my Instapot for about 8 minutes. They say you could do it for 1 minute. You know, but I was like, well, I'll just do it for 8 minutes, you know. So they're really soft and everything. So that's what it looks like right there. All right. Well, y'all take care.